And I was like, oh man, come on. I can't take this car back. It's giving me too much problems. We have another place that we can submit your application to, but it's gonna take a day. I said, okay. I left the car there because it wouldn't even start no more. So a friend picked me up, took me back to the house. So I'm at home pacing, saying, what I'm gonna do, I need a car. I don't wanna ride the bus every day because it takes an hour to get to work or wherever on the bus. And I don't want to bug my relatives and friends every day to take me to work. So I don't want to do that. So I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? And then something just popped up in my head and said, manifest this car. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about how I manifested a car using a secret method by Neville Goddard. Now, before I get into how this happened, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button for me and drop a comment down below. I love you guys' comments. I read all the comments and I respond to all the comments. So keep dropping in comments. And if you use this manifestation technique that I'm about to tell you, if you used it before, let me know down in the comments and let me know if it worked for you. And I just want to say thank you for getting me to 500 subscribers. It's only been 3 weeks. I'm already past 500. So let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. Goal is 1,000. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you a little story of how I manifested this car. So a while back, I say 4 or 5 years ago, I came across Neville Goddard. This is when I was first really getting into manifestation real heavy. I knew about manifestation, but I really wasn't using it. But at this time, I needed to use it because I had this hoopty, which is a messed up, junky car. I had this hoopty and it was barely making it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I had to start up the car like maybe 30 minutes before I had to leave because it takes a while for it to warm up. And it's not even cold outside. This is when it's hot outside because I'm in Houston, Texas. It's hot every day. So I had to be at work, maybe like at 8. So I had to go outside at 7 to warm up this car because it only took me it took me like 20, 30 minutes to get to work. So I had to do at least 30 minutes ahead of time before I go to warm up the car. So that was crazy. The other thing was my AC didn't work. My AC just all of a sudden one day shut down. I was gonna get it fixed, but the mechanic said, it's gonna be like $700. I'm like, what? $700 just to fix the AC? He said, well, your car is kind of like very old. It really wasn't that old. It was like 2005, 6, something like that. Maybe I guess that's kind of old since it was 2018, 19 at the time. So I was like, well, I don't have the money for that because where I was working at is paying me pretty good money. It just, I didn't have enough money to pay for that. And it's my fault because I wasn't saving money for emergency, which guys, always save money for emergency. I've learned that. I had emergency money, but I spent it on something I really didn't need to spend it on. I mean, which was a computer. I really needed the computer though, but I could have, lasted a little bit longer with the computer I had. Also, I just have a impulse buying problem. Just buy stuff on impulse. So I've been working on that. I think I've got a little bit better with that. But it's like a childhood thing. Maybe I'll make a video on things that happen in your childhood that keeps going on after you get older, become an adult. Let me know in the comments if you want to make a video on that. But anyway, I could not afford to get the AC. So I drove around in this hot 100 degrees weather every day to work and wherever else I wanted to go, sweating my butt off. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I went to go see a lady friend. I'm getting out the car looking like I just got out the shower. She's laughing at me, talking about, you look like you just got out the shower. So I was embarrassed. And I really didn't ever want to go anywhere because I just get out the car and just be so wet from being hot. Soaked. My clothes are soaked. But anyway, so one day, the car just said, I give up, and stopped on me on the freeway. On the freeway. I had cars passing by me, blowing their horn, and finally somebody came, helped me push the car over, but they used their car to push the car. You know, so a lot of people in the freeway was like, you know, almost had crashes, almost had a crash. But so I got over to the side of the freeway. And then after that, they said, well, I got to go to work. I'm out of here. So they helped me and they left. So I'm over there, sitting in the hot car, made a phone call to get the tow truck to come tow the car away back to my house. So I did that. I had to get the car fixed. So it overheated. So I just happened to know somebody that know about cars, but that wasn't like a full-time mechanic. So he didn't know how to fix the AC, but he knew how to fix other little things. So I got that person, and that person was able to fix that problem. And they let me pay him later. So I did that. The car was running again. But then again, the car started smoking. So I was frustrated. I said, this can't just keep happening. And so the car was smoking. This is while I was driving on the freeway again. This is the next day when I was trying to go to work. And while I was driving, I was like, I need to try to see if I can trade this car in, because this is not going my way. So I see a car dealership on the side of the freeway. So I was able to make it over there. So I go inside and tell them I want to trade in my car. It hasn't been working right. Every day it's a problem. In the past, I've spent thousands of dollars to get it fixed. I don't have any more money to try to fix this car anymore. I'm just done with it. So they said, okay. They went and looked at the car. They said, we might give you $100 or $200. So I was like, oh my God. He said, how's your credit? My credit is not good. So they say, let's run your credit. So they ran my credit. It was bad. It was bad. They said, nobody wants to finance you a car. And I was like, oh man, come on. I can't take this car back. It's giving me too much problems. And they said, we have another place that we can submit your application to, but it's gonna take a day. I said, okay. I left the car there because it wouldn't even start no more. So a friend picked me up, took me back to the house. So I'm at home pacing, saying, what I'm gonna do, I need a car. I don't wanna ride the bus every day because it takes an hour to get to work or wherever on the bus. And I don't want to bug my relatives and friends every day to take me to work. So I don't want to do that. So I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? And then something just popped up in my head and said, manifest this car. Manifest a new car. I said, yeah, I know about manifesting. Let me try this. So I looked online That's when I found Neville Goddard's list of manifestation techniques. I looked through the list. Now, this is the first time I've seen this list. In my other video, I talked about how I looked through his list again and found this other technique that I use to help me manifest a new job. So I looked through the list and I ran across this technique called congratulations technique. I don't know if you guys never heard of this before. I've never heard of this before. I heard of all the other techniques where you just visualize, the I remember when. So I said, congratulations, what's this about? So this is how the congratulation technique works. You visualize someone telling you congratulations on whatever you're trying to manifest. And that person is happy, you're happy, you're hugging each other, you're dancing all around, you're just in a good mood. But you imagine that person telling you congratulations on whatever. In my case, congratulations on your new car. So I did that. So that whole day, I visualized my brother and sometime a friend saying, congratulations on your new car, you did it. Congratulations on your new car, you did it. So I kept visualizing that and listening to my brother's voice or my friend's voice say, congratulations. And this is what I did. You're gonna trip out on this. I called my brother and said, can you do me a favor? Just tell me congratulations on your new car. And he's like, what? I said, just tell me congratulations on your new car. I said, just please do this for me. So he said it. So I was like, can you say it with more enthusiasm? So he said, congratulations on your new car. So he said that. So the rest of that night, I visualized him saying that. And as soon as I went to bed, as soon as I was in a drowsy state, I visualized my brother saying congratulations and listening to his voice saying congratulations on your new car. So I did that. Next morning, I visualized again. I did it for like 10, 15 minutes, listening to his voice, visualized him telling me that, and me dancing around, so happy. And they called me. They told me to come up to the dealership. And I was like, so I got the car? And they was like, we haven't found out yet, but we need you to come up here because if it's not approved, you got to take back this car because we're not going to take it. So I said, okay. So I got my friend to take me up there. So as soon as I walked in there, they told me to sit down. We got some news for you. I was like, but the guy, when he was saying, he was like, he was just saying it real calm and cool. Like, it wasn't like it wasn't no good news. So I was like, okay, go ahead and tell me the good news. And he said, you got approved for a car. You don't even have to put down a down payment. We're going to take the trade in. I'm like, yeah. I was so happy. I jumped up and they was like, they were looking at me crazy because I jumped up and it was other people in the car dealership looking at me crazy because I was jumping up and I'm like, yeah. I was so happy. I got the car. Wasn't no fancy car or anything. It was a Ford Focus, which is what I have right now, Ford Focus. So I was so happy. I hugged him, thanked him and everything, running around, telling everybody thank you. It was crazy. And that's how I manifested a new car. So guys, I hope you love the story and I hope I brought some value to you guys today. And I hope you're gonna try this method, the congratulations method. And if you do try it, let me know in the comments if it worked for you. And of course, subscribe guys, subscribe. Road to 1,000. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to pick 2 people and give them some free money. Cash app them some free money. But I'm gonna pick them from the comments, so make sure you leave a comment. peace, get woke, and keep manifesting.